Hey Burbank, I'm Jonathan Jones.
Hey Burbank, I'm Mary Movsesian.
Fire Service Day returns on Saturday, May 7th at Police and Fire Headquarters. This free event features live displays and demonstrations from both the Burbank Fire and Police departments. There will also be fun activities for all ages. To learn more about Fire Service Day, visit burbankfire.us.
Leadership Burbank is a 9-month leadership training program for emerging community leaders. Each year, the class is tasked with taking on a community project. This year's project supports the Veterans of Foreign Wars Hall in Burbank by remodeling their kitchen. You can support their project by donating at leadershipburbank.org.
The Kiwanis Club of Burbank raises funds and supports over 50 programs in Burbank, and they recently celebrated 100 years of service in our community. Mayor Jess Talamontes has more.
Hey Burbank, I'm your mayor, Jess Talamontes, and I'm here with Douglas Chadwick, the president of the Kiwanis Club of Burbank, and they're celebrating their 100th anniversary tonight. Mr. Chadwick, how are you?
I'm wonderful. It's an honor to have you here tonight to celebrate our 100th year in Kiwanis, or in Burbank.
Could you share a few things that you've done over the 100 years?
So I did some research over the last 100 years, and we've done a lot for Burbank. Our first service project ever was paving the road in front of the Burbank High School. Yes, they used to have dirt roads. And since then, we've had a scout troop since 1926. We've helped with many different organizations. We were the very first service organization in Burbank, and we're very proud of that. We've had continued service through wars, pandemics, depression, and stuff like that.
Well, you know, I'm honored to be here tonight as the Centennial Mayor for Burbank. I'm honored to celebrate your centennial year and congratulate you as the president of the Kiwanis of Burbank.
And I appreciate that, and we're honored to have you too. Thank you.
For more information about Kiwanis Burbank, visit burbankkiwanis.org.
Hey Burbank, I'm Simone McFarland, Public Information Officer for the City of Burbank, and today we are lucky enough to be talking to our City Treasurer, Crystal Palmer. Crystal was appointed as our Treasurer in 2019 to fill a vacant seat and then was re-elected in November of 2020. Thank you for coming into the studio today.
Well, thank you for having me.
I know you were born in the Philippines. Can you talk about what your childhood was like?
Typical childhood. It was only until I got to high school. Unfortunately, my mom died of cancer. So that was a really difficult time for us. At that time, you know, I was looking at applying to colleges. I actually got accepted at UC Berkeley and I was supposed to go, but I decided to stay home in the Philippines to spend more time with my family.
You go to college in the Philippines, right? And so then you decide to go to grad school.
Yes, so I actually did my internship in investment banking when I was in college in the Philippines, and that got me really interested in finance. So after graduation, I decided to get my master's in financial engineering at Columbia in New York City. Unfortunately, we didn't know anyone in New York City, so I had to move to New York by myself in 2004 when I was around 21. You know, it was a big move, but you know, I think it paid off.
During that time that you were in New York, you met someone special, correct?
I met my husband in 2007 online on eHarmony, actually.
What brought you to Burbank?
So my husband actually got a job at Walt Disney Animation. It was an exciting opportunity for him. He's always worked in animation. That was his dream, so we couldn't pass up the opportunity. So we moved to Burbank. Again, we have not been to Burbank before. I remember driving around Burbank on our scouting trip. I was like, what, is this Burbank? Oh wow, it's so idyllic.
And then you now have twins, boys. How old are they?
They're both 4.5 right now.
Wow.
So they were born in 2017.
Was that a hard transition because you had been working basically most of your life?
It's like what they say, right? It's really long days. You wake up and it seems like a blur. All you're doing is changing diapers, feeding them, and looking forward to that 2-hour nap when you can have some alone time. It was hard, right? Because you're so disconnected from the corporate world that you've known all your life. But at the same time, though, it was also very rewarding.
What does a treasurer do?
So there's two main things to the job of a treasurer. One is the day-to-day cash management of the city. For example, in the past year, we processed over $5 million in cash deposits. and over $140 million in check deposits. So it's a lot of cash and checks that we handle. And the other aspect of a city treasurer's job, in my case, is that we invest the city's $500 million portfolio. And what I do is I look at all the available bonds out there and really try to figure out what's safe, what's liquid, but at the same time, what will yield us the best rate, right? Because even, for example, a 2% bond over, say, a 1.9% bond, that 0.1% translates to probably $15,000 difference over a span of 5 years. So when you think about it, that pays for a lot of things. That pays for hundreds of more trees. That pays for more services for seniors. That pays for the pool to be open longer during the summer for kids, right? So I think that's what's really meaningful for me, for at least for this job, is that what I do directly impacts the community where I live.
So Crystal, thank you so much for coming in today and spending a little bit of time with us and sharing a little bit about your personal life. We really have enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Save the date, April 16 for the Spring Extravaganza at McCambridge Park. This free event for Burbank residents is a fun time for everyone in the family. Activities include egg hunts, games and prizes, and of course, a picture with a bunny. I know Jonathan will be the first in line for that photo op. Registration starts March 16th at burbankparks.com.
That's our show for today. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye, Burbank.